Hey guys, so guys, today for this video, you guessed it if you were following me on Facebook, today, we can see that the wiki actually has just changed. Now it is true the game is actually not updated yet. Yeah, I mean you can see right there, or you can see. But today, guys, we're gonna be checking out we're gonna be looking at the ships for the first time on the wiki, and I'm actually pretty excited for when they come because, as no doubt, because no kidding, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun when I get another tier 10 ship. I mean, in the beginning, I always thought that the Minotaur would be my third tier 10 ship, but I think things are gonna change if I keep grinding to the Worcester. But anyway, now I don't know. Now after the update, I don't know if they might make an appearance in the tech tree as test ships, but the way they appeared, when they first appeared, it says soon on everything of them. But hopefully if they do, then that should be next week's episode. If not, then I'll just show some more replays and stuff. Now you can see here the game is not updated yet. But there's even a new premium ship here, as you can see. But first off, we're gonna start with the new tier 6 ship, which comes after the Omaha. The Dallas. So, Dallas here. A version of a light cruiser design, the development of which preceded the creation of the Helena-class cruisers. Ooh, Wargaming's been reading the history books, because really, I haven't even seen this thing's blueprints in real life. They don't show it on such places like Wikipedia. But then again, a few ships have been thought up were just created by War. Weren't even properly drawn in real life, and Wargaming just created them, because, Alright, now, so, there are 3D things, for some ships, but I guess that's not the case here. I might probably check later, but, so we can see here, first off, in this picture, so, if I can just take this out of the selfie stick, so, we can see that this thing, you can probably look at photos too, but, the Dallas, but you can see from the main armament, it has of the same main gun layout as the Pensacola, 2 double and 2 triple turrets, just like the Pensacola, just like its tier 6 counterpart, because Pensacola is now going to be a tier 6, 24,000 hit points. Then it gets a light cruiser, so it's bound to have less hit points than its heavy cruiser counterpart. Alright, that's a pretty good rate of fire for a heavy cruiser. 8 rounds a minute. Excuse me, 7 rounds a minute. That's not too bad. Excuse me. It's me now. You see the firing range, not that very high. Only 13 kilometers. Man, Wargaming, I wish you'd use miles. Ills. Alright, so of course, they're all gonna have 6-inch guns, so. 12%, not too bad. Kinda bad. Okay. Okay. And now this thing's got now to the secondary armament, so there's, only 4 secondary guns on the Dallas here. I don't actually see where they are, but I think they're, I honestly think that they're, I don't know. I can't see. I can't see where they are. or maybe if the 3D thing eventually develops, you know, while they're still in development, or you know, if they come to the tech tree still as test ships, then you know, soon, you know, the way, you know, much like the French cruisers were when I did my tech tree overview on them. I'm thinking that maybe we'll be able to understand where the secondaries actually are on the Dallas. I'm pretty sure they're, like, you know... Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, no, you can see that turret right there. You know, it's right there. Oh, they're actually these dual turrets. Oh, no, these dual 5-inch turrets that were the primary secondary guns of the... on American ships, you know, battleships, aircraft carriers, well, the Essex class, and, you know, heavy cruisers, you know, starting from, you know, the 30s, I guess. 30s. Oh, anyway. Hey, but it's also got a different type of secondary gun as well. It's got 2 secondary guns, which are also 5-inch, inches in diameter as well, but it's very hard to see them since they're so small. But I'm guessing they're on that one of them was on each side of the ship. Yep, and alright, you can see here. Right there. Right here. And now let's go to the Aaa Defense system. It has, of course it's secondary guns as its armament, so it's got 6 5-inch guns in total as its armament. So now let's go to the 28mm or 1.1 inch, I guess, as I can estimate some 1-inch, some 6 1-inch quadruple mounts. So firing range is not that high. I mean, then again, it's a tier 6. I mean, then we also got, yeah, and they're the low-range ones. You know, 12.7mm, you know, half an inch. They're half an inch in diameter. They're, you know, so 0.5 inch, 5 inches, as guns as well, you know. And there's 14 of them. Range is not that high. Speed is average for a cruiser, you know. And that's pretty average. Yeah, and then the concealment range. Range 11.9 kilometers. It's not too bad. Not too bad, considering the ship looks pretty small. And the air detectability range is not that bad. I am kind of, you know, pulled on, you know, by a lot of my ships since I've upgraded the concealment on them. And that's in test development. Yeah, they just arrived. They just arrived. Yeah, they just arrived. Alright, now... Alright, now the Helena is next. And we will do the Boyce after it, since it's a tier 7 premium ship. Alright, so here's the Helena. Here. Alright, so this is a Brooklyn-class ship. I mean, it kind of looks like one, but it is said similar to it, so... Alright. Oh yeah, I actually didn't check the module prices for the Dallas. I actually forgot to do that. I mean, you can always go to the wiki, you know, just search World of Warships Wiki. So... it's actually got the same range as the detectability range as the Dallas by IC, but a higher air detectability range. Now the speed and turning circle speed is the same as the turning circle radius, and the rudder shift time is a little longer than that. It's a little longer than that. Now you can see here, it's got 15 guns, so it's essentially, the American version of, a Miyoko class ship. Since, it's got the same gun arrangement as the Miyoko, it's essentially an American light cruiser version of a Miyoko class cruiser. Sir, and in the hit points, it's not that good, from the start, Good. I think I remember that the Miyoko. Oh yeah, Miyoko. Oh yeah, Miyoko. A normal Miyoko. That has 39,000 hit points. If you don't have any. If you don't have any, things to, or upgrades or commander skills mastered or mounted to, make it higher. But we can see it's got a good amount of HP points. It's 33,300 HP points. The armor, okay. 165 millimeters. Okay, I'm not so used to millimeters. I'm trying to be more in the inch range, but I would say that it's roughly. Let me think. I don't know. I can just calculate that later, but we can see the firing range here. It can go up to 14 kilometers. That's not that bad. 14.6 kilometers. That's not too bad. And even though it's, you can always just still upgrade. Maximum speed, as I was mentioning earlier, still pretty good. And I know it existed. Oh yeah, this was actually one of the ships involved in the Pearl Harbor attack. If you didn't see that video, about just me messing around the training room and getting revenge on Pearl Harbor, But this was actually one of the 3 cruisers actually damaged and midged in the attack. Alright. This poor guy. Okay, let me. Hey, so the other 2 ships were another Brooklyn class cruiser. So the Honolulu. I keep forgetting how to pronounce that. But there was also. And there was also Omaha class cruiser USS Detroit. Excuse me, Raleigh. The Raleigh. There was also the Detroit there, but it got away without getting hurt. Right, so we can see it still has a pretty good rate of fire. Very same rate of fire as the Dallas. Is here pretty similar HE damage. Now the Aaa Defense, or secondary actually, I'm just gonna check that first. So it actually has the standard, dual. So it has, the dual mountings. It has 4 of these twin turrets, though that you see, on other U.S. ships as their secondaries. The firing range is 5 kilometers, and, it's actually, 4.5 kilometers, so that's actually a little lower than the Dallas' range, if I remember correctly. But I don't have time to go back there. Speaking of that, alright, for the main battery, the chance of it setting an enemy ship on fire is 12%, just like the Dallas mentioned earlier. And so there's that for the Helena. Now we're gonna go to the Boyce, which is a premium ship. And you can see here it doesn't have these. As you can look up closely, it's very similar to the Helena. I mean, but I have heard this is actually gonna get taken into another gonna get put into the Pan American nation. So really, it's just like the Helena, but I'm seeing the maximum speed is just 30 knots. And the rudder shift time isn't as good. Good, so you may want to take into consideration about that, huh? That with the Boyce. Which is actually gonna become, you know, the Navy de Giulio. Navy de Giulio. Ah! No, okay, I'm terrible at pronouncing Spanish. Okay, it's not like I'm, you know. So it's just like the Helena, but except though it doesn't have these secondary turrets. Instead, it just has, you know, it's not like, so the Helena has all 8 of its 5-inch guns in 4 turrets, but on this one, all of the 8-inch guns are in single mounts, so you won't lose a quarter of your firepower if one secondary turret goes out. So I'm starting to waste time here now. So now, up next now is the Cleveland, but we already know how in the light cruiser branch, but we already know how that performs, so we're not even going to go over it because we already know what it's like. Now we're going to go to the Seattle. And I'm not going to go over the Buffalo today because as well, it's just about to come out, tomorrow, just one day from the day this was recorded, this video is gonna be, you know, you'll already know for yourself. I mean, Buffalo's essentially a Baltimore with an extra turret, you know, and performs better too, you know, not like the Baltimore, which is just so crappy, got moved it 1 tier down. Anyway, now for the Seattle. So this one is a paper ship, just like the Dallas and the Buffalo. So we can see it has a pretty decent amount of HP points. And you can always upgrade it. So, the rate of fire, you can actually, is a little higher now. Now it's a precise 7 seconds for the reload time now. And now you've got 12 guns. Here, and the chances in HE damage, the chances of an HE cell setting fire and the HE cell damage is still the same as the previous ships. Yep, and the firing range, you can get it up to, if you upgrade the range, means, that kind of thing, you can get up to 15.7 kilometers, which is then again not too bad. It's almost as great as that as a normal Des Moines, but you can always upgrade that, you can always get the range better with commander skills and, well, probably not that. Oh no, commander skills, but with upgrades. I know there is an upgrade, I just keep forgetting the name of the upgrade that can do it, but I'm pretty sure it's, this one, but anyway. Well, I don't know. Anyway, and the maximum speed is now 33 knots. It's now increased to 33 knots. So it's increased by half a knot, And the detectability range, now it's getting higher. You're now at 12.2 kilometers. There's right here. And the rudder shift time is, increasing. into 16 seconds now. Now the Aaa Defense now. And so what we've got here is something tells me the AA on this ship is gonna be pretty good, actually. Now this thing actually does not have any secondary guns. So this thing actually doesn't have secondary guns. And I mean, I'm not even seeing any on the sides of the ship, but so that's gonna be interesting. So that's interesting. And now, finally, it's time. We're gonna go to the Worcester. We're not checking out Salem. Sorry, guys. So the Worcester, so it's hit points. You know, it's 45,400. I mean, you can upgrade that more too. You know, I mean, obviously they all have. The light cruisers obviously have weaker armor and less hit points, you know, than their heavy cruiser counterparts, you know. But of course, higher rate of fire. So, the guns on Worcester, I mean, you can compete with the Minotaur now. Now, it is true, you know, the Minotaur can fire... the Minotaur, on average, can fire 18 rounds a minute. So, you can see here, I mean, 18... it can fire 18 rounds each per barrel a minute. So, so the Worcester can fire only 13 salvos a minute. But it has one extra gun than the Minotaur, so that can certainly help. And it has better armor too. And it's certainly gonna have better. Something tells me it's gonna have better armor already. I mean, the armor, it is true, you know, it's not as good as Des Moines, you know. I mean, obviously, it's a light cruiser. I mean, you guys can tell already. The other ships that I just went over, of course, don't have as good armor as their heavy cruiser counterparts, so... Alright, so yeah, this one... So yeah, the Worcester, even it has a 5-inch thick armor belt. You know, so, yeah. Yeah, it has a 5-inch thick armor belt, you know, whereas the Des Moines has a 6-inch thick armor belt. I mean, at least it is better than the Minotaur's armor belt, because the Minotaur has a 4-inch thick armor belt. But anyway, so the reload time is 4.6 seconds, which is 9/10 of a second greater than Des Moines' rate of fire, and it has 12 guns, just like the Seattle, but they're in dual mounts, so... Though this one may often block your way a lot, you know, if you're in a duel with the Seattle, which may be problematic. Maybe. Now it also, as you can tell already, doesn't have secondaries, just like the Seattle, so that's gonna be a problem, you know, against such cruisers like, you know, Des Moines. It may be problematic against destroyers, but that can compensate, you know, with your really fast-firing guns. I mean, the same aim goes with the Minotaur. Alright. But what's also great about the layout, you know, in 6 turrets, is that if one turret gets knocked out on your Seattle, you lose a third of your firepower. A quarter of your firepower. But if you lose one turret on a Worcester, you only lose a sixth of your firepower. So you've still got 10 more to go, more guns to go. You know. And the firing, no. The firing range is flipping 16 kilometers. What? How does it fire much further than the flipping Des Moines, which has even better guns than it, which has even stronger guns than it does? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Wargaming, change that. Wargaming, if you're watching this video, you gotta change it. That is just ridiculous. I mean, it is true. The Worcester was built after it was a little more advanced than the Des Moines, you know. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. now things are also going to change now. I mean, because now none of the Tier 9 cruisers in the game ever existed in real life. But for a while, Des Moines has been the only Tier 10 cruiser in the game that actually existed in real life. But now, that's going to change, because Worcester will now... because now, Des Moines and Worcester will join together as, you know, the only two Tier 10 cruisers in the game that actually exist in real life. That existed in real life. Though it is a shame that this class didn't survive, though. Unlike Des Moines class, which has one survivor. Oh, same HE damage as the previous ships, and chance of fire. That's just, you know, the Aaa Defense. I mean, obviously it has its gun, it has its main battery too. I mean, fires out pretty far too, you know. I mean, I have heard with Des Moines you can get at the range of the Aaa guns up to 7 kilometers. I mean, I bet you could. I mean, I believe you could on the Worcester too. I'm thinking that Worcester is gonna have as good as Aaa as Des Moines. I don't know yet, but I might do a versus video on the two ships later, you know, when they finally come to the game. When they're finally playable, so I can see the full strength of them. Now maneuverability. Now it's 33 knots, just like the previous ships. And the detectability range is, well, 12.4 kilometers, which is still better than the detectability range on your average Des Moines, which is as far as 14 kilometers. But of course, you can lower the concealment range, you know, with a concealment commander skill, and also this concealment modification as well. You know, and I'm thinking you could probably get it down to 9 kilometers, because with my Des Moines, with both a concealment upgrade and the concealment commander skill, with the concealment expert commander skill, I managed to get mine down to 10.6 kilometers. But I think you could get at the Worcester's detectability range down as maybe 9.5 kilometers, maybe 9.9. I don't know. But I mean, of course, it's got the historical gallery as well, since it is one of the two alternate cruisers that actually existed in real life. But that's pretty much it for the Worcester. But that's pretty much it for the war. But either way, that's pretty much it for the tech tree overview on the US Alternate Cruiser branch. And so it was pretty much a lot of fun to do that, guys. So I'm hoping you enjoyed this video. If you did, then don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.